But in 2023 SARS, if you add up the weight of HEAS and the weight of all the Part D measures, they're still way shy of the weight of CAHPS all by itself, right? So CAHPS is so important going forward. And I'm seeing plans build CAHPS teams, have CAHPS program managers around pharmacy and provider engagement, member engagement, and analytics, and I think it's where we need to be moving. So yeah, that'll be a great conversation.
Congrats. I'm going to jump in there real quick. Just cycling back on something you just said, using the example of having everybody take the CAHPS survey. That is really at the core of what my first, point was earlier about creating education and awareness across the company. How often does, your clinical team not necessarily understand every CAHPS measure and how each encounter is going to impact the member's perception when your product team is planning their, new product suite for the next year and deciding what benefits to offer, what tiers to offer things, all that kind of stuff. Those folks need to be intimately aware of those questions that are being asked. And are they doing anything that is complicating how someone's going to get access, how easy it is to use the providers that are in the network? Like David mentioned, making a big, provider network change. If you take something away that they love, what are you replacing it with? So that's why I'm arguing that it is so important that you have a good program to create that education and awareness throughout all of your employees, because they may not touch stars every day, but they absolutely have the potential to impact it every single day, every time they talk to a member.
They absolutely impact it. Absolutely impact it. And I want to build on something that both of you guys said. I love that when you threw out the piece about having everybody actually take the CAHPS survey themselves. It's one thing to know about CAHPS and it's a survey and know kind of basically what it does. It's something totally different to actually step through it. And I'd like to see a group step through it together, kind of live, and going through it and talking about, all right, what are we doing that could actually be negatively impacting our score here? What could we be doing differently based on this specific question? Because there are a lot of questions sometimes that roll into one CAHPS measure. So what specifically could we be doing right here to positively impact that? I think that awareness and then the next step of action is what, kind of opens some eyes and should drive some results.